They do their one thing. They do the eUnited playstyle, which is run the Pearl plus Shifu and a character that can capitalize off in caps. But at the end of the day, if you just run one playstyle, you're going to be figured out. Yeah. Especially in a region as tough as Europe, you can't just play this stagnant playstyle and expect to succeed. So that's kind of what happened.
Do you think we'll see anything juicy with this patch? Anything new? I mean, we're going to see probably Pearl still.
Yeah. Probably Pearl, she got some minor buffs, but nothing too significant. It's likely we'll see less Baco, which was a staple of eUnited's playstyle. So I kind of expect to see Sarmia shift strictly back to the Shifu, which could be pretty exciting.
Yeah, and just in case you aren't really in tune with the patch notes, the big change that Baco saw was they removed his Axe and Shield Battlerite, which was effectively every time he landed an M1, the cooldown of his bulwark got reduced. Pretty strong because a lot of this game is just understanding the rotation. But let's just get right into the draft. We have eUnited starting out with Pearl and Whedon Boys getting a Lucy.
I like the Lucy. Lorio has looked really good on Lucy. He's been playing it exclusively for the past couple weeks, and it's very good against the playstyle that eUnited pretty much always brings to the table. Yeah. Clarity Potion, very good against hard CC and combos because it just cleanses off that CC, and then your friend can use an iframe. Get out of that sticky situation. Also, the Pearl, speaking of sticky situations, does not like getting gooed. Yeah. The Lucy can just drop the goo on the Pearl after she spaces, and that's pretty much a secured kill on the Pearl in the late game.
Yeah, we saw multiple times this season a Pearl getting punished pretty hard by a Lucy ultimate. Pearl ultimates are really hard to land, but she does have that Shifu working with her, and I think any nice incapacitate or any nice pull into Pearl's ultimate, you will see a chance of her landing it. And Pearl's ultimate is so unique because it does this like kind of double. It really depends. If you ult one person while they have two teammates, you're going to struggle to get a lot of follow-up because they're just going to start bodying you. They know, like, okay, I know what you're trying to do now. You want to combo my teammate, so I'm just going to do everything I can to shut that down. I'm either going to body block it or I'm just going to start pumping all my damage into you, so you have to pay attention to me instead. But when it comes to a 2v2 situation and you've got even one of them, that's when the damage starts to pump out. And it's a unique thing. But we're going to see Ashka come out for eUnited. There's the combo potential. I'm assuming we're going to see potentially Shifu for that last one.
Yeah, something with setup. Yeah. It has to be. You don't just run Ashka without setup.
That's true.
Yeah, and on the other side, the Jumong, I really like this pick against eUnited because Pearl, she struggles against AoEs. And Rain of Arrows, it's pretty good AoE. Yeah. Can drop two of them, deals quite a lot of damage. It's just very good for punishing the Pearl, and it looks like that's what Whedon Boys are aiming to do. I
mean, if you just that plus, once she doesn't have her counter, there it is. There's the Shifu and the Baco for Whedon Boys. I'm a huge fan. You already know that, everyone. I get it. Beating a dead horse. He likes Baco players. Blah, blah, blah. You've all got your mains, and you all get excited about it. Let me have mine, okay?
Yeah, let Carpet have his fun.
Let me have it. But yeah, we're going to see Shifu for the last one for eUnited, so it's going to be a lot. We've seen them bring this comp to the table before.
Yes.
And as you said, the setup's looking for big in caps, followed by Volcano and ultimate for Ashka if he's got the ult sitting in the barrel. And Pearl's just going to do what Pearl does. Really good heals from a distance. Slowing everything down with those bubbles, especially with Baco. Baco does not have a good time with those bubbles.
Nah, he don't like that water. Baco is not a swimmer.
No, he is not
more of a land creature.
And it makes it tough, especially because it slows down everything. Slows down his E, slows down like his bulwark dash. I mean, he has to space out of it or just walk through it. Or walk around it, obviously, is going to be your best option, but it's still so crippling. You can't send anything through it. You're pretty much just screwed for a period of time. And you don't want to just dump a space to avoid a bubble. That's not going to feel very great.
Yeah, you don't want to dump your initiation tool to just get away from a Pearl.
Yep.
Yeah, I really like Pearl with the Shifu as well, simply because you can capitalize so easily off in-caps with the silence.
Yep.
Pearl's empowered M1, of course, having that 1.4 or 1.6 second silence with the silence Battlerite, and it does like 22 damage, which is just really nice to throw on top of an in-cap.
22 damage, don't remind me.
Yeah, it's some big damage on that M1.
So eUnited are definitely going to try and execute a fair amount of combo plays, but they're against a Lucy.
Yes, they are against Lucy. So you know what that means. They're going to try to force out that Clarity Potion on an ally or on one of their enemies. Then they're going to go on the Lucy.
Yep.
Going to be a lot of character swaps here in terms of the aggression coming from eUnited. They can't really just tunnel one character simply because they have the Lucy and the Baco. There's a lot of saves that Whedon Boys have and a lot of shielding they can contribute to their allies. So whether or not they're going to be able to get these big damage bursts is going to be reliant on how well they target swap.
Yeah, I mean, Baco having an in-cap in his own plate often will help his teammates out. You know, you watch your teammate get in-cap, you just in-cap right in return, so they just both sit there silently and watch each other.
Yeah.
Like they're in the timeout corner. Well, the first match of the day, eUnited and Whedon Boys. Surmea Trying to find a gap in there. Trying to hold as much cooldown as possible. There's the material.
What?
Double incapacitate already. Look at that.
Man, for me, it's starting to hot with that double incap. And now the Lucy just getting attacked in the backline by the Ashka. Just throwing out these AoEs, making Lucy's life hard. And Buse, he's taking a lot of damage as a result.
He's taking a whole lot. The shield will reduce a lot of that damage. They will lose the first orb as well to eUnited. Bakos wants to push on that backline, but Romea just turns right around to try and help him out. And Booz takes crippling damage. The ult might take him out. No, he flicks it up to Lorio.
Smart play.
Bako gets the AoE shield. In the meantime, mid control is all in the hands of eUnited.
I really like the way Xcafu postured there. Xcafu postured very aggressively, holding Weedham Boys in the choke while his allies secured the orb. Very good for eUnited.
Weedham Boys took that orb, actually. I think it was
they?
EXM1 from Jamong was able to sneak it in. There's the ult from Lucy. They nearly get a kill onto Shifu.
Yeah, really good burst damage, that Clarity Potion, even cleansing off the bubble shield and dealing 10. One of the nice things about the Lucy vs. Pearl matchup.
Naraga's got a silence in the barrel. Trying to be very wary of the bulwark, but now that it's down, she might be able to try and get a little closer, get some damage. There's the ultimate onto one.
Well, sometimes you'll just Jumong ultimate and then eat a huge combo in return, and we see it here.
God.
The barrier comes out, but Buse looks like he actually took the worst of that trade. It was centered on Bloods, but Buse, he got ruined.
The Petrify actually stopped Chief in the middle of that ultimate, but it's a little bit too late now. Lorio has to roll away from that. Bako goes down. A little back and forth. That EXM1 bounce, securing that second ult for Weedham Boys was a really big turn for them.
Yeah, that was big for him, but it didn't end up mattering, as, you know, a big burst combo like that onto both of your DPS characters probably going to win the round for you. And we see Xcafu pulling MVP as a result. His damage output on the Ashka was absolutely impeccable. And the way he postured against Lorio early on, even better. He held Lorio way far in the backline, so he couldn't actually contest the Pearl or the Shifu. And Lorio was just caught back there while Xcafu farmed M1s off of him and got so much energy.
Talk about combos. We mentioned it before we even got started. The Pearl ult into the Ashka stun ult combo. This time, Bako wanted to control a little bit more of the pace early on. Trying to push in the back line, let Shifu do his best, but Shifu found almost no damage in the back line. Now Bako's got to be careful. He has no choice but to jump in.
Yeah, that's a scary jump, and now the orb gonna go for free to eUnited, and Buse, he's not too healthy anymore, Carpet.
He really isn't, but he did just snag those 2 greens. So him and Shifu are looking at a similar spot. Clarity Potion's now down. There's the incap. Are they gonna follow it up with some serious damage? They will. A silence from Pearl, and the Q from Ashka will put Blood Assassin at half health.
Nice double rain of arrows being dropped on the Pearl, forcing Naraga to focus on himself instead of Sremia. And Sremia is getting punished as a result. He almost eats that goo that might have been round winning for Weedham Boys, but he ends up spearing out.
Now Booz has such little health. He might. Oh, he has to dodge away from that ultimate. He's going to go in onto Ashka. There's a follow-up ultimate from Shifu. The Clarity Potion pushes him back. Nice counter to interrupt his own ultimate. Booz is going to go down here. Lorio shortly after.
Yeah, we're watching the Sremia show here, Carpet. Sremia tearing up this backline early on, taking a significantly more favorable trade than Buse did on the other side. eUnited doing a great job of getting away with aggressing in and still not taking too much damage on the backline. Even though Naraga's taking a lot of focus from Bloods and the Rain of Arrows, he's still doing just fine and doing a great job supporting his allies. And Lorio, on the other hand, he can't quite handle the pressure. The Shifu getting in there enables Xcafu to also play aggressively and get free M1s onto Lorio and Buse. And as a result, it's just kind of snowballing in favor of the blue team.
So we actually didn't really get to talk much about the format, but these are best of 5 maps.
Yes.
This is the first map of potentially 5. It's win score 5 within each one. So if eUnited take this, they still have to win 2 more to take the series. Incap onto the support. They're going to turn to Bako now.
Oof.
Without a lot of sustain. He finally gets that barrier up as Lucy wakes up.
I thought that trade was going to go much worse for the Bako. He actually makes it out with a relatively good amount of HP, but eUnited secures that orb. Weedham Boys still have a minor advantage, but I'm not sure for how long that's going to last.
It's just really tough right now for Bako to find a good target. He wants to go in on both Pearl and Ashka, but Ashka has so much mobility to deal with him, and you always have to be weary of that Pearl counter. Shifu's got ultimate. He finds Blood Assassin. He's trying to chase him down. He's going to go into Lorio as well. He puts the counter up, but they don't fall for it this time. Missed the panic immaterial. Srmea's got almost nothing now. He needs to be very careful. No, he's just going to get shredded down. Is he going to go down? He just gets the counter. Bako's trying to help get the kill. Wow. He does with a Blood Axe.
I'm so incredibly impressed by Buse's play that round. Not only did he manhandle the 1v2 versus Naraga and Excafu, he also secured the orb and rotated back to kill Sremia. This Pearl ultimate's going to come out and attempt to find a kill. They need to find this turn kill to make it worth it for eUnited, but it's looking like they're not going to.
No, they won't. Ashka's going to go down. Sremia getting a little bit too confident, I think, chasing in on that. When he realized he was losing cooldowns, he still stayed in. I was really surprised that with the immaterial down, he still wanted to try and help engage, maybe thinking that he'd get a couple of Ashka stuns or maybe a Pearl silence up there, but he was kind of alone for a while. Again, as you mentioned, because Booze pushed that backline away.
Yeah, Booze, he absolutely carried that round for Weedham Boys, and that's what the Bako is going to have to do. This is a pretty decent matchup for Bako. Of course, he has a decent time into Shifu because of the bulwark into immaterial, and he can just kind of run at Ashka, as I'm sure you know. I'm sure running at Ashka is like one of your favorite pastimes as a Bako.
It is a lot of fun, but if an Ashka that can really space out those cooldowns, you definitely have to be very aware as to how he's using them. He doesn't have a whole lot to deal with you.
I really like that play from Excafu. Yeah. Really smart Ashka play.
Puts the stun down knowing he'd pretty much get some free damage unless he wanted to use another mobility to chase you down. Sremia is actually just having a fine time in the back, but his counter won't get hit. He's going to hit the bulwark as well.
Sick play.
Oh, no. The orb actually ate the Blood Axe. I don't know if he was going to go for orb or Sremia on that one. But Sremia already has an ultimate. There it is, being used through the bulwark over to L'Oreal. Doesn't find crazy damage.
Oh god, yeah, and then Bloods just out of nowhere eats an M2 from the Ashka and an M2 from the Shifu. He hits a counter as well, and this is not looking so good anymore. The Ashka ultimate, though, Excafu, he's thrown it back in favor of Weedham Boys by whiffing his ultimate.
Yeah, that actually was really big. He needed to try and find some damage on that, especially because Bloods hasn't used so much. Sremia just gets out of that Clarity Potion and get pushed back into the goo. Bako wants to try and hunt down, but he realizes this is a little too much. He got pushed to the orb, but he couldn't help finalize. He gets the in-cap read onto Pearl.
Buse has to play really smart here. He gets a really nice bulwark stun, as I say it. Forces out the EX material from the Shifu. Gotta watch out for that in-cap. As I say it, the in-cap comes out from both melee players. Now the Shifu, he's taking a little bit of punishing. Buse, he's trying to make some space, recognizing this orb is coming up. They really want this orb, Weedham Boys.
Oh, he flicked around. Sremia tried to sneak it with an M2. His counter's going to get wasted as well. He's going to have to use his immaterial very soon, or Bako will get the punish. There's the EX space.
Wow, Booze. Who is this guy?
Shifu's got almost nothing. Booze is changing targets very well. Excafu's nearly got an ultimate. He just built it up. They can get a combo potentially, but they have to worry about L'Oreal.
Buse is making this matchup look so easy versus Sremia. He's going to back up and get the orb for free as well. Really nice play here. The Ashka ultimate hits 3.
Oh my god.
It's 2 actually, and forces out the Prowl. The Bako ultimate gets canceled. Another Pearl ult. Oh god. That was so scary. I saw their lives flash before my eyes.
Bako was too honed in onto Shifu. Didn't notice the Ashka was going to come in with all that damage. He wants to go for the orb, and he does so, yeah.
Is that worth it, Carpet?
I don't know.
I must say yes.
At this point, yes, because from there he had some really good trades. Oh, and then he baited out the ultimate. He's got to be careful. He pushes him out. Look at the combo. The M2 from Bloodsassin comes in with the charged M1 from Booze.
Booze is tearing up this game, man. He looked pretty shaky in the first 2 rounds, but he's played impeccably these last two. He might go down here as I'm praising him. A little bit Caster's Curse coming into effect, maybe, but he is going to make it out.
4 health. You can't hide from me.
4 health, that's 3 more than he needs.
That is.
Rightly so. Buse going to be pulling the MVP this round. Not only did he manhandle the Shifu early on, made it impossible for Sremia to trade effectively, but he also rotated perfectly, getting orb after orb for his team after the first 2. I believe they secured like 3 of the last 4 orbs.
Yeah.
It's so important for Weedham Boys. And if Buse continues to play like this, I can't help but feel like they might take the game.
Yeah, for Buse, it's all about target swapping. He's got enough fan abilities to force a mobility by just looking at him sometimes. You put an E into the wall, get a charged M1. They're scared for that fat M2.
Yeah, they don't want
They're usually using mobility. You hop on somebody else, you got another mobility. Swapping targets right now, and Boo's doing a great job of it.
Yeah, this round, though, it's quickly falling apart for Weedham Boys. The barrier was used. The bulwark going to get no value. Buse already at half HP with no energy. No energy for that war shout. Not looking like they're going to be able to get the orb either. eUnited pulling very far ahead very quickly.
Yeah, Weedham Boys, not a great opening for them.
Look at that energy bar, too. Sremia so close to ulti. A nice combo. The barrier going to negate some of that damage. But Buse, that means he doesn't get barrier.
Yeah, that means he's a goner.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he got body blocked a little bit by his own teammate there, but not a lot they can do. He did a great job at double in-cap on the back line, but Shifu at that point had too much health and too much to risk. When you have that much health as a Shifu, you don't even care about your rotation at that point. You're like, screw it, you can put damage into me. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, pretty much. Blood's the only one that's left now. Man, we were talking so much about the last round, I kind of missed how that one opened up.
Yeah.
But that was just so quickly over for We Dem Boys. It seemed like Sremia and Nexon just had the freest time of their life on that entrance. A nice volcano, ate the bulwark of the Baco, really nicely played.
Just goes to show how important that opening volley can be when everyone has their cooldowns. We spoke about it a little bit yesterday, just how big of a deal it is when everyone's got all their cooldowns available to them. Yep. That first trade becomes A, a lot more obvious, but B, a lot more important.
Yes.
Because once you get that one leg up on somebody, it's now your control to start punishing if you have the tools in your kit. Naraga silencing himself.
Nice
taking
trade.
a berry. He spaces safely. Sremia wants to find another in. Blood Assassin and Lorio looking a little bit too healthy for his comfort. He's going to eat a panic and then also just turn his attention to Blood Assassin, who's going to take a lot of damage from Sremia here. There's the material. He's losing on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, blue team did get the orb, which works out pretty favorably for him.
Yeah.
He's not going to eat that volcano as well, but he's going to eat this one. The Infernal Scorch hitting 2. The damage onto the Lucy is big, and the Baco is no healthier. He gets the bulwark, or the shield rather. The barrier protecting quite a lot of HP, but the Shifu ultimate is going to deal quite a tick of damage.
Yeah, that was a good read by Baco just to try and push him out of there. He's going to get stunned into the bulwark as well, so Shifu is looking about as unhealthy as Baco, but the incapacity is going to pull him out of the match for a little bit. Almost another ultimate for Shifu. boos needs to save that push. Oh, he just used it. That's going to be it for him. He has to use the shield. Shifu actually knew a little bit better. He backed out. A little scared to get stunned out of it.
Oh, the orb not secured by We Dem Boys either. Even after Buse spaced in, this is really not ideal. They're really banking on this Lucy Goo having a high impact.
Yeah.
Lorio getting incredibly close to having it. He cleanses off that shield from the Shifu. They might be able to find a punish here.
There's the incapacitate on to Shifu. Oh, Buse needs to be careful. Oh, nearly getting javelined in.
Yeah, Lorio sitting on 0 heal charges for what feels like forever. His team simply does not have enough health to work with, and we're going to see it here. Blood's just going to go down to a swift pull from the Shifu.
This just felt like a matter of time. We Dem Boys was buying as much time as possible to try and get an ult combo off.
Yeah, yep.
Just wasn't enough. eUnited now, 1 round away from taking this map. Remember, best of 5 maps.
It is a best of 5, so this is only game 1. And we saw that round. It was kind of the reverse of round 4 when Buse kind of popped off against the double backline and had a free time. That time, Buse had a hard time getting anything done against Naraga and Xcafu, and on the other side, Sremia, he had the easiest match of his life against Lorio and Blood's Assassin. They simply couldn't control the Shifu on the backline, and they couldn't press up and get the orb as a result. And eUnited snowballing that round off of orb control.
I think a lot of it when Boots goes in. Ashka and Pearl just need to be really careful of this bulwark. I think Pearl can heal up most of the damage that Baco has to deal. I mean, look at this right now. He's actually starting to lose these trades.
Yeah, he just gets chunked there down to half already. Lorio desperately needs to heal him up. But since Buse was so separated, Lorio's solo on heal charges, Carpet. He can't keep his ally alive, but they get the orb. That was desperately needed.
Get the orb, but he popped the bulwark before he turned around, so he spent a lot of time just in the turning animation, and now he has to just try and run away from Shifu. Oh, incapacitate just as the ult comes. There's a panic. I really like that, but Shifu's actually already gone in to try and get this final punish. In cap on Baco. There's the ultimate combination. He just gets deleted.
Dude, the barrier was thrown on him and everything, and he still just melted. The Baco could not survive through that combo, and we talked about what eUnited wanted to do and how they generally win. This is eUnited, and seeing them succeed with this is kind of a return to form for them. Very nice team play from them to finish out that round and the game.
Looked a little back and forth in the beginning, but we saw this. We've seen this all season. Teams trade for the first 4 rounds, and then one team just figures it out and goes all the way to the end. And that, granted, again, we have more maps, potential changes in champions. We may, since Baco has some trouble with that, we may see Boost picking somebody else for a melee. But it is hard to say. A little surprised to see that eUnited was really able to tear this away so much, even though they had a team comp that I think was probably predictable. I mean, you predicted it. I imagine their opponents probably did as well. And yet, here they are, still victors of the first map.
I mean, it's like I talked about with Dreadnought Week, too. If you're still good at what you do, it doesn't really matter if you're predictable. If you're good enough to make it work, it's okay. And in eUnited's case, they played really well that game, and it was fine that it was known what they would do. On the other side, I'm very interested to see what We Dem Boys are going to adjust with. I know we've seen a decent amount of Iva play from Bloods recently, so it's possible we'll see an Iva. Iva does okay into Shifu, has some nice interrupts for the Ashka as well, but I'm not 100% sure how they're going to adjust, but they can't run that same comp into it. It just didn't look good enough.
Yeah, they weren't able to, but the battle for the orb seemed to be a little bit of the story that went on through that eUnited had a really easy time snagging it, but every now and then Baco, he just had to try and jump in, snag it as much as he could.
Yeah.
If he didn't get the orb, that's not worth it, right? I mean, you've taken so much of health.
Yeah, this was the play I was talking about in round 3 when bois just absolutely destroys this engagement down bottom. Not only does he deal a ton of damage to the Pearl, but he also steals that orb with the leap, and this is where we see him rotate back up. This is where bois clicked, and they got the kill on Sremia. It's just unfortunate they couldn't sustain that kind of team play.
I mean, it's so difficult for him to successfully deal with a Pearl and an Ashka consistently.
Yeah.
All they have to do is just take turns just pumping out whatever they're going to do to get the CC on him. He only has the one iframe, so he's going to have to try and dash out of the rest. I don't think he didn't build speed bulwark, which I think maybe could have helped if he knew that his job was going to deal with that backline, because then he could actually just use bulwark as a way of mobility to get away from the stun from Ashka if he needed to. And also it stops anyone coming from damage, and they almost always want to put things into that. They're like, oh, he's going to get stunned, Pearl's going to silence him, put up the bulwark, walk out of that. So maybe if he knew that was his job, he could have potentially taken that Battlerite.
I wonder if he didn't take that Battlerite because Axe and Shield was removed. I think he took that
true.
Battlerite because Axe and Shield helped you have more bulwark, so you had more move speed because of the move speed Battlerite. But I guess that's just another one of the downsides of that Axe and Shield being gone.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good combo Battlerite with any other bulwark Battlerites because you're just going to have it up more often.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I think it depends. And we've talked a little bit about when you're choosing Battlerites, what to think about. And this is for anyone that might not be as experienced. You're always looking for that perfect build. You're like, oh, what do you build? What do I build? In reality, think of how you play that champion and just think of raw value. Where are you going to find the most value in Battlerite? Because there are some, like, I didn't take a lot of Axe and Shield when I played Baco, especially because I mostly played 2s, but I didn't really like playing around it. I felt that I was losing value on my other abilities when I was too busy just trying to smack my M1 on people to get the cooldown reduction. So I didn't pick it much, even though it's hands down was one of his best Battlerites. And so it really all depends on how you play. Yeah,
that's just the coolest thing about Battlerite, in my opinion. I was the same way with Jade. I was like, I'm never taking double snipe because that's not how I play Jade.
Yeah.
I play Jade with a really E heavy focus, M1 heavy focus. But so really, just pick Battlerites around the way you want to play.
Yeah, and it's tough. Like, think about, like, okay, if I'm going to do a little bit more damage on one ability, how often do I really land those, right? It sounds great. Ooh, 8 more damage on that, but how often do you really play around that ability?
Right.
Just think about that. But we're going to get into it. We'll teach you a little bit more later, you know, because here we are.
We'll say stuff. I don't know how much we're teaching you.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. We're going to see Ulrich for the first pick this time for bois.
Okay.
I'm not against that.
No, maybe we see Raigon now. I know bois really likes playing the Raigon.
Yeah.
After those last 3 rounds where the Baco really struggled, it wouldn't be too surprising to see that switch up. And the Ulrich Raigon, as we saw yesterday, is a pretty strong comp. Really very reliable duo, and the aggression's pretty unrelenting from those two. I'm interested to see what kind of range they would pair with that, though. Maybe the Jumong again, maybe the Iva. I do like the Iva plus Jumong because the Zap Shield, very good for Raigon. Like, sometimes he'll just hard commit, and then he'll need a shield or something, and he'll get it from the Iva.
Yeah. No surprise. We'll see Pearl over there on eUnited.
Yep.
I imagine probably a pretty similar team comp, if not identical team comp to what we just saw. They won with it. Why not?
Yeah.
They were able to get the combos off, which is what that comp is all about. And I don't think that, and that was like against a Lucy, where you think you wouldn't be able to get those combos off as often. No, we're going to see actually an Esmo. Okay. So, you know, eat my words. That's my fault. We're going to see the Esmo come out. We're going to see Baco still. So it's going to be the Baco Ulrich combo. So bois should be a little bit more confident now if he's going to engage. He has the confidence of an Ulrich heal.
Yeah.
6 Ulrich heals pretty much when he shows up. He's got the EX base. He's got normal M2s. He's got his EXQ. So Baco can play pretty aggressive with the safety of an Ulrich at his back.
Yeah, I like this reveal, too. I think it definitely works out in favor of bois, this Esmo pick. Probably off the back of the expectation of a Raigon, because Esmo is a little bit better against double range, simply because he can, or double melee, since he can get characters off of him with things like Chaos Grip and stuff like that. So maybe kind of working out in favor of the Baco team, because Baco's a little bit better against Esmo than Raigon is, since he can kind of get in the Esmo's face and punish him really well with his in-cap. So, yeah, definitely working out for bois here. eUnited probably going to end with the Shifu. bois wouldn't be too surprised to see him again with the Jumong. They definitely want something that sits far back, though the Iva is possible. Maybe they just want to play very aggressively. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you have an Ulrich, you have to be very careful as to who your range is, because they're not going to have they are going to have help, but it's not going to be the standard that you get from most supports, because Ulrich's going to have to go in with that Baco at times to really help him out and dump a whole lot of cooldowns to protect the both of them.
Right.
Because now they're in the thick of it. Which means that range person's going to just have to take care of themselves, which is why you see teams in North America, mostly Space Station Gaming, pull that off, because one of Averse's strengths is that he doesn't really need help.
Yep.
He does such a good job of not getting hit by anything that Bloom can just go off and do his thing. So you see that, and we'll see Destiny. Yes, thank God.
Cool.
I'm so happy we get to see Destiny again. I'm a huge fan of her kit. Triggered you may be. I'm a really big fan of how she plays. I really like her EXE and her EXM1. We're going to see Freya as opposed to Shifu, so not a setup. It's not as consistent of a setup champion.
It makes sense because Esmo doesn't need reliable setup as badly as Ashka does. Ashka with his Volcano pretty much needs that setup coming from the Shifu and cap. Esmo really does much more of his own thing. He's okay with kind of just like 1v1ing and freeballing and not worrying about setup.
Yeah.
So I do like that pick. Makes a lot of sense. It's also very good against Bako and Destiny as well. Just really good Freya pick overall.
eUnited, I mean, that's just a 3 1v1 champions right there.
Yeah.
If there were champions I really don't want a 1v1, there's 3 of them right there, 1 in each category. That's actually going to be really obnoxious for anyone to deal with. But again, not a lot of combo potential.
Yeah.
Not a lot of hard CC for them, almost none really. They have a root on Esmo. They've got the potential in cap on Freya, but it's relatively short and pretty hard to land. And plus, it's always like, I'm not just landing it, I'm like pushing you over there and then landing it. So it's really good when she can follow up with her ultimate, but it's hard for people to read. And then Pearl, all she has is her silence and her ult.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all they have for hard CC, like you mentioned. So that's meaning they're not going to be playing as team-oriented. I think we're going to see them playing with a lot of aggression, the Freya especially. Surmia, we saw his Shifu go in to no end. Oh god, okay. I was talking about one thing, but now this map demands my attention. This is why we see the Freya.
Yep.
We're on Ormond Temple Night, so the in-caps, they're going to be coming from everywhere and anywhere. We them boys, I expect to see them pinned up against quite a lot of walls this round, Carpet.
As long as she has static on you, she can probably get an in-cap. All she has to do is actually hit the hammer.
Yep.
That's all she's got to do. Bako should be able to land a lot of EXEs if he so wishes, at least. That's what's always fun about that, knocking people out of the stun, especially anything that's channeled. Sadly, not a whole lot of channeling on this team, but
I want to see some cute combos with Destiny, her EXE, the Imprisonment, plus the Bako E. That would be fun. Wonder if we'll see something like that. I think it'll be pretty hard, though. Bloods is going to have his hands full with Surmia on this backline, I think.
Yeah.
I think my eyes on this match are definitely going to be on Surmia. He's on a map that is very conducive to him succeeding, and also the backline of Bloods. If Surmia can effectively rotate in between Lorio and Buse, the 2 aggressors, and Bloods on the backline of We Dem Boys, I think eUnited's going to find a lot of success.
Some team comps we don't see very often. I'm excited to see how this pans out. Bako's got the help of Ulrich. Ulrich wants to try and find himself between both. Surmia and Bako, surprisingly. You'd like to see Surmia on that backline, but getting a little bit sidetracked over here, trying to put the punishment on a Bako. Oh, Booze just took so much. The full M2 from Xkafu, followed by his silence from Pearl. He actually just might go down here. He almost had an ultimate. No, he built up for the shield. The ultimate, this is all falling apart. This is...
Sometimes you just get ruined. The biggest weakness of Destiny is her lack of iframes, and we see why it's a weakness there. So she simply can't get out of those AoE ultimates. They're just going to throw everything on it. eUnited, they just dump the kitchen sink onto that Destiny. She has nowhere to go.
I've seen better situations.
Yes, that's a good way to put that.
Yeah.
I've seen more favorable situations for a Destiny.
I've seen much more favorable situations. Even at the end there, though, actually, Booze actually just dumpstered Surmia in those last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
He took like 80 health off Surmia without taking anything himself. So if he can get a trade like that early on, well, he's looking pretty. But I like to think Surmia just turned his brain off when they already had the 2 kills.
Yeah, they're probably like, whatever, this doesn't matter anymore.
But yeah, that's definitely not the opening We Dem Boys are hoping for. Not to say anything too obvious and stupid, but I'm going to say something really obvious and stupid.
That's what you're here for.
It is exactly what I'm here for.
Surmia once again opening this round pretty well. That counter's not going to be procced, and the Destiny ball goes right into the counter. This is not great, Carpet.
No, I don't know how Destiny found herself in the middle of eUnited, but she did. Silence and the R. Knocked up and knocked out of the counter. Red team do secure Norb, so that's going to be really big for them. Bak, in the meantime, is having a slightly difficult time with Esmo. The EXM1 going right through his bulwark. She did go dispatch, and it looks like Blood Assassin's not really used to the new Battlerite. She's going to try and ult out of that ult, but she takes all that damage a little bit too late. She does have a tiny bit of a shield now. She needs some support.
Oh, the Aegis, not going to land on anybody. Buse, he's getting really low now. And Srmia, he's just running over Weedem Boys at this point. Carpet.
Yeah.
Oh, the Destiny! She hits the counter and gets pulled into the Pearl ulti as well. That is a dead Destiny.
Yeah, that's, again, I've seen better situations.
Yeah, that's kind of like literally the worst case scenario. You hit the Freya counter, which in and of itself is very bad, and then you get pulled into a Pearl ult that was placed right in front of the Freya. That's not great, Carpet, not great.
So I don't know how often Bloodsassin plays Destiny, but he built Dispatch, and Dispatch got a small change on the Battlerite.
It did?
In this last patch. Essentially, she can recast her space to do a little bit of a hop. And originally that ended her space. She'd land and then she'd be on her feet. But now, all it does is her space is still always going to be the full duration. She can at any point during that space do her hop, her dispatch.
Yeah.
But now every time I see Bloodsassin hop, he sits still there for a second and then realizes he can still roll.
I wonder if it's the way the space works. I wonder if there's just a point in time in which you can't act immediately after landing.
Yeah, potentially. Actually, I haven't been able to play with it since the patch came out.
Yeah, I don't play Destiny. Who plays that character? We're seeing why you don't play that character this round.
But all right, no counter hit there for Srmia. This is actually great. There's the combo damage on the Excafu.
Yeah, really nice play there from Bloods and Buse. But now Buse, he's getting turned on in the Freya. She's doing her thing against that double melee, just kind of running at the Ulrich and not taking too much damage.
She has an ult as well. She's looking to try and get the static application on somebody weaker. She wants to put on Destiny, and she does so, but she doesn't find any damage. The iframe from the space of Ulrich will dodge that, but Booze, he kind of went in to put pressure on the orb. Nearly got punished, puts the bulwark out, stuns the Freya.
Destiny now has nothing. I think she's just dead.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ulrich, oh, he tries to help out his buddy Bloods, but Lorio's still going to die. The Pearl ultimate, a little bit of a style ending, but the shield throw.
Oh, that timing. That timing is super pretty to watch every time. I don't care.
Yeah, never gets old. You know what does get old, though?
What?
Freya on Orban Knight. And Srmia is tearing this match up. I mentioned at the beginning how this game was pretty much on him, and he's weaving in and out of this fight perfectly. He's going onto Buse, he's harassing Bloods. It feels like nobody on the side of Weedem Boys has any breathing room simply because Srmia is all over the map.
Yeah, I'm curious to know if that's how the new space works for Destiny, and if that was the case, I'd probably assume that he wouldn't have taken it. I don't really know. It seems weird to just stand still after you using a part of your escape.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I know he has been playing a bit of Destiny, though. I actually ran into Bloods in duo queue the other day.
Maybe it's a Battlerite he doesn't take very often, but
maybe.
We'll find out later. There's the damage. They found Excafu a little bit damaged last time, but now it's going to look like Ulrich. He's got nothing. He's broken line of sight from his teammates. He just finally got the space up. They're not going to eat on that Srmia counter.
Oh, I thought the orb was going to be stolen by that Stormhammer, but ended up being secured by Weedem Boys, and they actually have a little bit of an advantage here for the first time in this match.
Bako's got ult. Lorio nearly has ult, but no, he just needs a lot of energy to survive. Got the flick over to Esmo. There's the damage. Esmo's going to put up. Oh, he's got an ultimate now, too. Boost is all alone. He's going to be careful. He's jumping all the way back. The EXE is actually going to keep people at bay for a bit as well. It'll help Weedem Boys secure orb. This round's looking good. Yeah, Excafu got no value out of his ultimate. The Pearl ultimate, though, is going to find value. Check that Freya. See if she's going to go for it, and she is. It looks like it might be a dead Destiny. She actually manages to make it out. And they kind of went all in. eUnited, they went for their play, but didn't quite work out for them as they're still a little bit behind here. It was definitely close. Buse just got pulled back in. They need to take this orb to help him out. 3-0 orb score. Weedem Boys doing a great job controlling the middle of the map this game. eUnited, they have had a hard time getting in there. They have. Trying to win the M1 battle over here. The counter will get hit for Freya. Destiny's gonna have to get out of there. She gets her counter hit. She might need to roll away soon if she gets chased. No, look at how low eUnited is. Pearl's doing her best. Oh! Oh god! Oh my god! All what? Party. It's not over just yet. Oh, the Ulrich, he has that R available. Not dying to the Esmo. I can't believe two people didn't just die from that Bako ult. Yeah, right? Getting pinballed and then slammed like an ox. We do have the ult for Ulrich. He's just looking for all the escapes to be down. Oh! Here it does come.
Here it comes. The Ulrich shield finding the kill. Esmo finally going to fall. In that round, We Boys did such a great job controlling mid. eUnited, one of their keys to victory is that ult combo kind of style that we've seen out of them. And when they fall behind 5 orbs to 0, they're not really going to have the ability to just throw out those combos. Simply can't get the orbs, can't get that free energy. In the round, obviously not going to go in their favor as a result.
Well, it appears something has gone awry, and everyone is disconnecting and reconnecting.
Everyone's dying.
I mean,
I'm not even referring to the game, though. We're all just actually dying.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's true. One day at a time. One day at a time. All right, so We Boys are able to snag a round. I think it was probably a good amount of patience mixed with execution.
Yeah.
That kill onto Surmea definitely helped out. They got a lot of punish damage. Incaps from Boost to slow down the race that eUnited has to just do as much damage as humanly possible.
We'll see if the Freya does a better job this time. Surmea already having a little bit better of an opener, but the Pearl, she gets ran out by Bako. He was doing a great job pressuring this backline.
Yeah, taking mid control. I think they realized how valuable it was to EXE to keep Surmea in her little prison. Oh no, but Destiny's made a pretty big mistake.
Oh, this orb going to be so important. Surmea, he actually holds his last M1 and manages to snag it with it. Really nicely done.
Another counter won't get hit from Destiny. I'm starting to think that, yeah, you do sit a little bit still.
Ooh, nice pull at the end of the Ulrich space. Takes a decent amount of damage from it. Oh, and the in-cap combo. A big burst heal coming out onto the Bako. There's so many ultimates being thrown out. That one, though, not going to get any value.
Yeah, We Boys snagged the orb as well, although there it is going to be the end of Bako. The EXE coming out just a tad too late. Blood Assassin's going to get smacked by this. Megasphere is not in a great position. There's the combo. Destiny's just going to get erased.
Oh, the Aegis throw really nicely done by Surmea to get in front of his ally there. Not let the Ulrich find the kill. The Destiny gonna fall. Really nicely played.
Yeah. We Boys getting a little bit closer, but still struggling to put any consistent long-term damage.
Yeah, without snowballing all of the orbs, the round looks much harder for We Boys. If they have any hope of winning this game, it's going to be off the back of some sick orb control as eUnited, once they get ultimates and pool up for the Destiny, it's just, there's nothing she can do.
Yeah.
If you just get Pearl ulted or Freya ulted as Destiny, like, where are you going to go?
She's struggling to make sure she's staying in range while also being in a safe position, especially on this map. With the fact that Freya can pretty much just fling a couple axes her way at any given point, or hammers, I should say. Bako, again, just doing the early engage. He's going to E out of there, so he has no more movement for a little while. Destiny just going very aggressive on Exefu. They figured, hey,
she's gonna.
Now I think she might die.
Yeah, there's a reason you don't do that. He's paying the price here. Takes so much damage. The silence from Naraga even coming out. Red team though, that aggression did allow them to poise up for the orb, and they do get orb number 1.
Not gonna lie, it actually seemed almost worth the trade. Look what Exefu took, and look at where Destiny sits. It somehow worked out.
Yeah, that orb tape absolutely changed this. Exefu going for the ultimate, as is the Freya, but Bako's not having any of it. Or Ulrich, rather.
Destiny hits the counter, and there it is. There's one of the incaps. Ulrich's playing very aggressive. An incap on Bako. Ulrich just goes right back in, knowing his teammate needs it. There's the ultimate, going to get hopped over by Freya. I don't really know what that was, Naraga. I honestly don't.
A little bit of confusion there, maybe. Oh, Naraga, he might eat that plasma sphere, as he does. Decent amount of damage. Surmea, he has the ultimate. We'll see if he can get it off. He has to use it defensively. This is a bad look.
Yeah, using 100% energy just to not die isn't a great feel.
Oh.
Destiny's got an ult. You might see a pinball coming out probably right now. Onto Pearl once the space is down. Will you find the angle? Blood Assassin, give me the angle!
No angle for you.
No, he doesn't want to. It's not worth the risk. I get it. I get it.
Nah, he hears you. He's just not giving you what you want.
Now, he was going to, but now he's not.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what they will do, though? They'll take another orb. 4 orbs to 0, and when they are able to get this orb control, round looks pretty easy for We Boys.
Greens are going to spawn up bottom. Bako's just going to steal it from him. He might die for it. Oh, my God, this isn't great. Now's the punishment. Now.
Oh, God. That Freya, she has ultimate as well. She gets knocked up. Not going to get able to use it. Oh, the pinball almost finding the Freya.
Blue team did secure an orb. Bako nearly getting out of that ultimate range from Freya. He's standing still. He got rooted. He's almost got his ult. Baiting the counter out of Pearl.
Ooh. One straight.
Lock a kill.
Yeah, one straight hit going to finish off Exfu. How did that hit him? Snuck right by Naranga.
That's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah,
this orb's going to be huge. Red really needs this. And they do secure it. Boos is in a real dangerous spot. He had the bulwark. The green orb just got snuck from him, from Ulrich. Oh. There's the incapacitate. This should be a kill. Oh, no, he couldn't get the E damage into the wall, but he will finish him off with a Blood Axe.
Got to go fast. Blood's going to finish this one off. And, man, it's funny how this round worked. Oh, the Freya finds a kill. Yeah, not going to do that 1v2, though. Yeah, that round was a pretty funny one to watch as we saw the aggression from Bloods get immediately punished early on as he went into that corner. But what that allowed, like you mentioned, was for We Dem Boys to get back and get the orb. That aggression actually worked out in their favor, even though Bloods got chunked so hard, simply because they were rewarded with 25 energy as a team and 20 HP.
He got so much protection, though. I don't know. Like, he got so much heal, so many shields. You had the EXQ from Ulrich and the R from Bako that were staggered. So that's like 85 protection or something insane. Or 8, I don't know. Something up there. Upwards of 60. I'll be generic. All right. Up top, Sermea is actually losing this trade a lot more than she was earlier on in these rounds. Destiny not finding any damage with the Megasphere. She's going to try and punish Yesmo as much as possible.
Ooh, I like that flick from Exfu. Getting good. Yeah, good damage onto Bloods. We Dem Boys, though, they get the first orb as a result.
There's the AoE shields. Another pull in, reading where the counter is hit. Almost more dangerous if Blood Assassin gets his counter hit because all of a sudden he becomes this very projected character. Another pull in. That's going to be at the EXM1. Oh, he just gets away with the space. Exufu's trying to punish. He gets ulted by Destiny, who lands right by her team.
Yeah, that was so convenient, but she's going to now eat a Freya ultimate. This in-cap comes out, a little bit of damage onto Sermea. Bloods, he is so crippled now, and Buse is doing no better.
Yeah.
eUnited take that one.
Buse had to dump a lot of protection there into Blood Assassin. Oh, getting pulled so he couldn't get the in-cap on the way back.
Feels bad. Ulrich gonna go down. eUnited pulling up in this this best of 5, 2-0.
Yep. I think the Destiny pick was tough.
Yeah.
Definitely tough. I mean, Ulrich Bako, you know, that was one of the first duos that people realized were incredibly strong when Ulrich came out.
Yep.
But Destiny needed too much help, and I think they had to spend too many cooldowns to make sure the Blood Assassin didn't die. I like the idea of it, because if she isn't getting chased down or isn't getting punished, then she can pump out crazy damage from a distance and really help support her 2 melees. But she often was getting chased down and needed help. And it struggled. You could see that they often struggled trying to protect Destiny.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, a lot of that was just because of the Freya pick on Ormond Temple Knight. Not only did you pick Destiny on Ormond Temple Knight, a map where she doesn't have a lot of places to run with all of the tight corridors, not a lot of ways to get out of the AoE spells of eUnited when you're that Destiny on that small map. And Freya, she just kind of ran around, did whatever she wants, secured a lot of orbs for her team, pressured everywhere. That just a great draft from eUnited. That's the Sermea pick. The Freya was absolutely game-changing.
Yeah, and just to even talk about when you're trapped in a corridor, it's not always crazy obvious what happens, but I mean, you can only run left or right when you're in one of those top or bottom corridors. You don't have that circle, so you just all of a sudden, again, you're much more projected, and everyone knows where you're going. If I'm Freya and I'm going to E, I know you're going to run that way, and then I'm going to axe you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or hammer. I keep calling it an axe.
Hammer, axe, same
They're the same. You know?
We're not blacksmiths. We're casters. But yeah, absolutely. It's like once you're just in those corridors, you can only go one way or the other, and like it's just hard to get out of AoEs. Yeah. And the in caps coming out of Sermea were absolutely impactful. And we just saw that Sermea was able to get away with a lot that Buse wasn't able to. Buse simply couldn't get in and do as much as the Freya pick. And just Freya on Ormond Temple Knight, man.
It's always been one of the pains of Bako is he has almost no sustain, and he has this single shield, which he needs energy for. Outside of that, he's got his bulwark, which is mostly to just slow down how much damage he's going to take or when. Because when you put it up, if you time it right, you'll get at least one thing reflected back. But any pro team's not going to put anything more than one into it. Right. They're just going to sit and wait until your bulwark's done. Then they're going to start pumping out damage again. But that's going to be 2 maps for eUnited. Two. Out of the 5 total?
Yeah.
3 is the max wins. 3 total wins. 5 total potential maps. It is a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm alluding to. So one more map for eUnited, and they will take this and move forward with these European playoffs.
Yep, if they just win one more. And, you know, after winning the first 2 pretty handily, I can't help but feel like they will. And you know what that means for Wheaton Boys? It means they'll have to face relegation.
Yeah.
Means so there's a lot on the stake. Or on a lot of stakes here on the line.
A lot of stakes.
My goodness, there's a lot of stakes.
It's a lot. Guys, you can't see it. It's everywhere. They're on the ground. I mean, there's just stakes all over the place.
I'm not sure what there's more of, spaghetti or steaks.
All right, we're going to see Blossom and eUnited's going with a Destiny pick. Is this a BM?
I don't know, maybe.
Is this a little bit of a, like, look, Blood Assassin? Let me show you how Destiny's played.
I mean, the Frenchies are 15, so maybe it's a little bit of BM.
It could be a little bit.
They're youngins, so maybe they're feeling themselves a little bit styling. And Excafu, I've never seen him play this Destiny. I've only seen this guy play Ashka and Esmo in competitive Battlerite. So this is quite a change up for him. We'll see if he's able to do it.
I will say, I only have so much time in my day, so if you're gonna BM, you better win.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. All right, we got a lot of matches today. And if you're gonna hold off the day just so you can get your little BM in and then lose, I'll make you pay for it. I'll call you out. And I'll make fun of you for it, and everyone on camera is going to know. Everyone that's watching is going to know. So you best be careful.
Yeah, it's just like we found out yesterday. Carpet's toxic.
Yeah, I am toxic. Yeah. I am as toxic as can be. I make sure that I never type in any of my games because I know how it's going to go. Not very good. We're going to see Varesh. All right, what on earth is eUnited doing?
Double ranged. They're pulling a page out of the book of Impact. This is something Impact used to like to do quite a lot, run Varesh with another ranged character. The amount of damage these two are going to be able to put out with the armor break, or not the armor break, but rather the Hand of Judgment, it's pretty insane.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see whether or not they pick Pearl, because eUnited, they held their support pick for last, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Generally, if you have Naraga, you pick Pearl first. So that makes me think they're going to pick something different. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, but generally, if you have Excafu, you see an Esma. So I guess
that's true. Maybe
they're going to swap things up a bit. We're going to see Jamong and Blossom on the side of Wheaton Boys. Pretty standard. I think those two, you see them paired up quite a bit.
The Hunter and the Deer. What an odd pairing.
Right?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? What are we thinking for the last one? Do you think we're going to see Bako for Wheaton Boys?
It's possible. I'm not really sure. The Blossom pick is kind of interesting. Of course, Gatekeepers have run Blossom plus Bako quite a lot, so they've shown that is a duo that can be successful, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If Wheaton Boys are going to pick it up. I'm more excited to see what eUnited's drafting. I want to know what healer they're going to play.
I feel like Wheaton Boys could smack a Rook in there, too.
Smack a Rook, I like that.
Smack a Rook in there.
Get it? Because Smack is a Rook ability?
I did get it.
You did it.
I did.
I'm proud of you.
You know? Sometimes you rub off on me, even if I wish to God that it didn't happen.
Nobody clipped that.
No, but please. Wheaton Boys. All right. I mean, this is the third one. They're clearly all thinking real hard about this. We got the first two pretty quickly. The third one, they're really trying to pay attention to what it's going to be.
Yeah, they're thinking long and hard.
Bako and Lucy.
All right, so it was the Bako, like you mentioned, and the Lucy going to be paired up with eUnited. It isn't the Pearl, so it makes sense that they left it for last.
Bako is a happy boy seeing that Lucy.
Yeah,
he's also got to deal with a Varesh and a Destiny.
Speak to me about the Bako Lucy as a Bako player.
Bako Lucy is essentially, it's a mini game between the two of them, and the mini game is very simple. Am I going to bulwark your panic, or are you going to cancel your panic? That's the whole game. That's it.
Yeah.
Welcome to playing Bako Lucy. You spacebar on her. First, you want to get a snare axe, smack it, spacebar. Why not? You'll get a free freaking 30 damage.
Yeah.
Go for it. And now the game has begun.
Yeah.
She's going to do this. I'm off camera now, but she's going to keep canceling. And you just need to read it. If you can bulwark her panic, you win. Congratulations. You've killed a Lucy.
Yeah.
But if she panics you, you got to leave her alone for a bit. She deserves it, and you should probably go pay attention to somebody else because you're about to run a little bit too far to waste more cooldowns to go find her again.
Yep. As a Lucy player, I agree with everything you just said.
Yep.
If you bulwark the panic, it's over.
Yep.
It's over for you.
It is done.
Yeah,
hopefully by then you would have gotten a full charged M2, so then you get a snared full M2 into her back.
No.
You follow up with an E and a charged M1, and then that's it.
I'm having flashbacks. You're triggering me right now.
A little bit of PTSD.
Yeah.
But she does have, look what's at her back, though. She's got a Varesh and a Destiny. So Destiny has the EXE to actually help her out. An EX Shatter from Varesh as well will help peel and keep Bako at bay.
Dude, I want to see some imprisonment plus crush combos.
Oh, actually, I mean, I was going to say never see that. No crap, because no one plays Varesh Destiny together.
Yeah, no one plays this duo.
Never seen that in my life.
Wouldn't that be sick, though?
I'd actually love to see that. That all fall in it. Maybe, like, put a Lucy Goose somewhere after that. It'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I just want to yell. I want something exciting so I can just yell at the screen.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, putting the prison inside of a lucid goo is pretty fun.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
Like, all right, here, you're stuck.
Yeah, it's like, deal with this. There's nothing you can do, son. I'm excited to see how Naraga plays, though. Of course, we've characterized him as somebody that only plays Pearl. We'll see if he's able to play this Lucy effectively.
As much as I know he wants to find Lucy, Bako's going to have a really tough time on this backline.
All right, Carpet.
It's a lot of range.
Xfu has had a very unfavorable start here, but luckily the Bako, he has Hand of Judgment on him, so he has to be very safe about how he engages.
Yeah. At any given point, his trade could just go completely inverse. Xfu just trying to keep Booz at bay. Booz does already have an ultimate. Hopping over the Megasphere, but he doesn't find any value in the damage either. Baresh gets his counter hit, goes to find his team. I don't know how often eUnited is actually going to be able to snag these orbs, especially if Bako's going to ult through them.
Yeah,
but they actually still secured that orb. Can you believe that?
What? How'd they get that orb?
They got the orb as he was pushing it.
Oh, Xfu, he's Flappy Penguin in this Baresh.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing in here.
Throwing out that ultimate, not going to get any value out of it. That's a lot of energy to spend for no value.
It is, but you know he'll build it up probably. This double, triple ranged comp, deadly injection. They're just going to poke at will.
Yeah.
Another orb's going to go. This one's going to easily go in favor of Weedham Boys. We have 3 ultimates for Weedham Boys.
Man, the nice thing about this comp with Lucy is that rather than having the Bako and splitting up, Naraga, he always has his allies near him, so he's always sitting on a heal charge at least, doing a great job keeping his allies alive. That Goo, though, not going to get too much value. Xfu only hitting 1 strike of his ultimate as well, and this is kind of where everything falls apart for eUnited, I think.
Yeah, they're split up right now. They've kind of lost that initial... Oh, didn't eat the counter. Destiny's going to smack herself with some damage. Lucy, oh my.
Oh boy, she did.
Yep, there's the, her and Bako, they've engaged in the battle, and it doesn't matter. He knows she couldn't roll or she would have done it already. There's the damage to get the final kill. What on earth did eUnited do with these picks? What have they done?
Xfu, he missed 3 ults this round. Unlucky. What is it?
Is that unlucky? Is that unlucky?
I'm just saying unlucky. Maybe it's just he's not used to playing Baresh. I'm trying. Unlike you, I'm not toxic. I'm a nice person, so
hey,
I'm trying to be nice.
With this much on the line, you're gonna pick someone you're not used to after you win 2 in a row?
That's true. That's true. Maybe a bad decision there.
Hey, I know the competitive scene in this game can be young, but I'll teach you a few things if you guys want.
Pop a carpet here to teach you.
You don't pick someone you don't play with comfortably with this much on the line, even if you do win 2 maps in a row. I'm telling you. Honestly, if this is the turn and eUnited lose the next 3 maps in a row, I'll be the first to tweet it out.
I really hope eUnited doesn't lose, because then we might see Destiny buffs next patch. We need to see some Destiny wins. I don't want to play against another OP Destiny. Oh God, look at the Bako's HP.
There we go. There we go.
Where'd he go? Where's the Bako's HP?
That time he did get punished trying to go in and challenge on that one. But again, orb control for eUnited is going to be a difficult anything because they just can't push in. You're not going to often see a Destiny Baresh try and engage or initiate. They know Bako has no choice but to push in, and now he's very, very low.
Even after that fire opening from eUnited, they've fallen behind here a little bit. Really nice mid control from Weedham Boys, helped them secure the first orb and likely the second. It's not looking so good for eUnited at this point.
I guess one of them would have hit it anyways, right?
Yeah, I guess that ulti was fine. Blood's just trying to get something out. Now the Rain of Arrows, wow, look at that value, Carpet. That's a lot of value, forcing out the space of Surmia and the barrier of Naraga. Now the end cap going to come out onto the Destiny. She's just getting harassed by Bloods.
Panic, there's another ultimate hitting the tree first, then 1, then 2, then 3. There's full value, and Boost just gets eliminated. But look at how low Naraga is, and look at how low Surmia is. Surmia's going to go down.
This is still going to go in favor of Weedham Boys, I think. Even though they found the first kill, they had to commit everything for it. Both the goo and the ultimate from Xfu. That was a cute little rhyme. But yeah, eUnited, they have almost no HP to work with. Literally half of what Weedham Boys are running with. And that Blossom ultimate, that's going to shred through the Varesh.
Yep. And mid's going to go again. 4 orbs to Weedham Boys. Getting this done on the Lucy, knowing she doesn't have a whole lot to get away from this. Barriers herself.
Get him, Bloods, get him. Land those M1s. Look at him. He's getting in melee range to ensure he lands the M1s. He still misses the EX M1.
We're not going to talk about that. It's okay. It's okay. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that's a lot of damage. 4, all of them hitting Lorio, but then Red, immediately as he landed, Xfu will die finally. Weedham Boys, 2 rounds in a row. I'm looking to see 5-0.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for Weedham Boys. people often wonder why you generally see melee support ranged as a team comp, and this is why. This is why you generally have a melee in your comp. eUnited, they literally just can't approach mid. They're getting caught in this choke, and Bako is doing such a great job zoning them out, as is the Jumong's Rain of Arrows.
Yeah.
So they just can't approach mid and can't get any orbs. And with a 4 orb advantage, We and Boys, they have another full ultimate to work with over eUnited. And without
3 full ultimates, technically.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. 3 full ultimates. So it's pretty important to get these orbs, and eUnited, they're just really struggling to do so.
All right, Destiny countered an M2, which is actually going to make Boost feel pretty good, because now he can just wail away without anything. There's the counters back. He's going to in-cap it. Oh, he's just having his way with Sermaine now that she's separated from Lucy. Now he's just going to turn his attention to Lucy instead. Weedon Boys secure yet another orb. Lorio almost has an ultimate. Bako just spam in-capping as much as he can. Holding the bulwark. Destiny's taking so much damage. Bako alone has dealt so much damage to this backline.
Bloods is playing really well too. Doing a great job capitalizing off Buse's pressure. And once again, Weedon Boys poised up in mid to get the orb, and the ultimate going to be used from Buse. I guess it makes sense to see. Oh, God.
There we go.
Oh,
there we
God.
go. The shield coming out just a little bit too late from Excafu. The Lucy ultimate, I think it, at this point, was just a zoning mechanism, and I'm okay with that. It did keep Naraga alive.
Oh, this Varesh ultimate. Oh, they are able to get the orb. eUnited able to get the orb, and maybe with it, they'll come back into this round. That counter not being procced from Excafu is a pretty big deal, though. He has to commit his R to get back. And now eUnited, they found themselves back in this choke carpet. They don't want to be here.
Yeah, I think Destiny might just get absolutely melted here from the Jumong. All the energy he possibly can. Lucy's just going to go down to a Bako. Can't blame her on that one. Prowl's going to avoid the ultimate, and they'll get the orb as well. That's going to be the end. They lost their support. eUnited.
Rough.
Yeah, although how did Jumong die?
I don't
know. I actually kind of looked away, assuming I already knew what was going on. And then Jumong died. Nice. Good job.
Good job,
he still
eUnited.
lost the round, but good job.
Man, look at the Lucy's damage. It's so reflective of the way eUnited is forced to play. This comp really just forcing them down into that back corner. Lucy forced to just heal bot her allies as they get out-traded by the Jumong. This kind of match is really just a Jumong's fantasy. He wants to be in a match where there's no one aggressing onto him, and he can just sit back, drop double Rain of Arrows, throw out M1s. And Bloods, like I mentioned in the middle of the last round, he's doing a great job capitalizing on it. This is his style of game, and he's playing it very well.
Hey, Bako wasn't able to go in. He got panicked early on, but that means he knows there's no panic. It's like something I see a lot of Destinies, which is kind of interesting. Destiny will use their counter for like an obvious projectile coming their way, like a simple no-charged M2 from a Bako to get the damage and to get the iframe. But then they lose it. Like then now their counter's gone, which is like such a big tool of like when I can't put damage on the Destinies.
Oh boy, we see it again here. Blood's actually not going to land that one, but Sermia, he's just getting ruined by this Bako. And even though it seems like nothing that massive has happened to eUnited, they're just getting chunked down so hard by this Jumong.
I mean, Lucy has only so many heal charges, so between Jumong and Bako just dealing, what, 50 to 60 damage every time they initiate. They in-cap on their support. We're going to see 2 ults there come out for the Bako. Actually, Boost has to be careful. Nope, he's going to be able to E out of there. 2 ultimates just kind of sitting in that Destiny wall. There's an ult from Jumong, smacking 2 together. And then Sermaine ult to counter, posts a selfie. Gets pushed into the Rain of Arrows for the kill in the EX space of Blossom. Yeah, this is, I'm pretty sure this is done. Yeah, this is looking really good for Weedon Boys. eUnited having a very rough time this game. And, you know, I can't blame them for wanting to try a new team comp. You're up 2-0 in a best of 5, so you have a couple games to work with. Why not try something you've been practicing in scrims in an official match? Of course, scrims and officials are significantly different. Something I'm sure you're aware of as a ex-competitive Rocket League player. So it's like something that is definitely worth trying out, though in this instance it just doesn't work out for him. I mean, it's so tough because they may have won those first few rounds or those first 2 maps pretty well, but it's not like Weedon Boys didn't have the potential. They weren't full sweeps. Right. There might be 2 maps up, but I mean, I have very easily seen things go in other ways. But I am hard-strapped to think this isn't BM. And in which case, if you're gonna BM, you at least should win. Yeah. You know? That's fair. It at least makes it BM because now you're just making us sit here for another map because you wanted to be silly.
Ooh,
it's okay. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, Lorio, or not Lorio, but Excafu rather, landing a nice Hand of Judgment to start this round off, and it allows eUnited to posture aggressively and take the orb. Really nicely done by them. And it's looking like this round might be a little better. Oh, wow. That Lucy throwing the Panic Flask, a frame-perfect timing, landing on the Baco. Excafu, though, not going to get any value from his ultimate carpet.
Not surprised there. It's very difficult, as we've noticed in the last few days, for Varesh to find value in his ultimates.
Oh, really nice aim there by Lorio. Not to hit that counter, baited out and forced the stun to land on the Varesh. Excafu now, he's found himself a little bit split from his team. He's going to use that ultimate. Big damage onto the Baco. My God, that timing from Sturmia on the M2 was perfect when paired with Excafu's ultimate.
Yeah, Baco took a little bit too long, got a little bit confident in that push. Bloodsassin and Lorio both do have ultimates, though, so there's a chance they can get a burst kill, especially if they secure that orb, but Bloodsassin is dangerously low. He wants to get the Secret's Mark pull. He's trying to get the heals up, but he won't get enough, and it's now left just to Lorio. They'll secure a round off of it.
This is where the comeback begins, Carpet. eUnited going to win the next 4 rounds, I'm calling it.
If they do, you know what? If they can pull it off, I'm in. I take back everything I say. It's in your plate now. The ball's in your court, eUnited. If you can do it, I'll take back everything I say. And I'll say that you're now poised to win the playoffs.
Okay, eUnited, if you win these 4 games, Carpet is declaring you the honorary victors of BPL Europe. So good luck. You can do it. I believe in you.
3.
We'll see if Bloods is going to let that happen, though. I think a little bit of a misstep was the reason that round resulted the way it did. B was stepping a little too far forward, and his allies couldn't do enough for him. This time, though, he plays much more passively.
Looking to see maybe something different. You can see how close the eUnited are trying to get to the mid control now. Baco put himself in a bad spot. He didn't really have a lot in his table. Not a lot of cooldowns right now. He's going to use Bulwark to try and get out of there, but he can't break line of sight. Tree of Life actually body blocks him. This isn't a great position, but red team secure the orb. Excafu is just dealing with Bloodsassin, and look at the trade. I don't know if I can call that a trade, more like a steal.
Yeah, more like a steal. Yeah, they really did just steal all of Excafu's HP. Sitting down below half now. It's not ideal.
No, definitely probably the only thing you shouldn't let happen. But hey, sometimes it just happens. Baco just trying to put pressure on the back line.
All right. They find that big combo again. Don't sigh over here. That was sick. Sick play from Sturmia and Excafu. That deadly inject was also onto Buse. Deadly inject with Hand of Judgment. That hurts.
They could potentially get a kill here with all the bursts from Bloodsassin, but he's just used all of his energy. Lorio is sitting still. Maybe a little frustrated, I think.
Yep. Bloods emptied out his pockets, and it wasn't enough. He dropped everything he had, and Sturmia and Excafu still survived, so they understood it was over. Really nice combos from Excafu and Sturmia onto Buse when it matters, though. They're getting these Hand of Judgment bursts that you want to see out of double-ranged Varesh comps. If they can keep this up, who knows? Maybe our jokes will turn into a reality, and eUnited will be able to take this.
Please don't let my joke turn into reality.
You'll have to live that down. How does that feel?
Booze is... hey, by all means, prove me wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Booze, he keeps going in, I think, towards the end. After it's been about a minute or so, kind of forgetting about ultimates and burst damage. Yeah. He'll use his spacebar and his bulwark, and at that point, he's got nothing left, and then that's when they start pumping out the damage. So I think he just needs to be a little bit more intentional with the cooldowns that he's using. He's really not putting that punishment on the Lucy because he knows that Excafu's going to be sitting next to her, kind of babysitting. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Holy rain of arrows, Batman. Yep. A lot of damage onto Naraga right there. Yep. He used Barrier on Destiny, and great recognition from Bloods, understanding he could immediately punish him. He did so. Oh. We got to pause here.
We got to pause.
Looked like Sturmia maybe DC'd. Yep, out goes Sturmia. Man, what's up with these DCs lately?
I don't know, but if...
I'm more of a Marvel fan. I don't really like DC.
Hey. That was good, actually. I'll give you that one. I will give you that one. I usually give you crap, but I think that was clever enough.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's tough, man. It's tough sometimes to keep connected.
Well, he's back. We're back. Let's go.
Let's just get into it. We're going to go into a 4th map, probably. Oh, there's going to be the orb steal, though. I like it.
Yeah, she's doing the Baco roleplay. Baco running in, charging, taking his ult earlier on. Destiny pinballing for that one.
Yeah.
Look at that energy bar sitting on that Varesh.
And the Lucy. We could see a really good goo, but Booze and Lorio and Blood Assassin in the same place.
Yeah, this is such a volatile game state. Everybody having ultimates available. Xcapu definitely going to have to use his here as he's surrounded. Oh my god, that value on Lorio is huge. If he lands this shatter, he's going to just die, Carpet.
That was actually insane.
Oh, yeah, great play.
Yeah, that was, you know what? Now I'm going to give it to him. That was great. Although, ooh, if they can get a kill, they got the, this is actually huge though still.
Yeah.
They can get this kill into Destiny, which he's going to need Blood Assassin's help a little bit, as much as he wants to try and push in. He's got the double debuff on him now. Deadly Inject. Now it's getting a lot more dicey.
Dicey. Stealing my words over here. How dare you just hijack my catchphrase?
Dicey? Did you say dicey?
I do. Maybe I took it from you.
No, you definitely didn't take it.
You're such an inspirational caster.
You definitely didn't take it from me.
No?
No.
Well, you just used it.
Never said dicey before.
Oh, never? Okay.
I don't think so. Maybe twice?
No one's used that word?
My vocabulary is that of an 8th grader.
I'm literally the only one ever in the universe that's used that word. So if anyone else says it, it's mine.
What a title. Can you get that in game?
Yeah, can I get that in game, please?
Literally the only person in the universe ever to use the word dicey.
It would literally run
Season 1, number 1.
Season 1, number 1. eUnited, though, they've won the last 3 in a row, Carpet, and they're playing incredibly well at this point. It's funny watching this double range comp, because generally you think of double range as not so tanky, but the barrier and the inhibitor's guard from Xcapu and Naraga doing such a great job keeping their allies alive.
And Boo's getting pushed into potential damage, but then he gets panicked right back out. Naraga trying to play safe. Destiny, no more counter for her. Now she's stuck in a bad spot, but they weren't actually able to get rain of arrows. We them boys are like, screw it, we'll play the long con. We're just going to get every orb like we did in the beginning. But look at how aggressive eUnited are pushing. They're finding themselves a lot closer to mid than they did in those first 4 rounds.
Oh, Xcapu.
1, 2, 3. 3 of them hitting, but Xcafu's not in a great spot now with no R. He's only going to have his counter to push back.
Oh, the pinball, big value. It doesn't get the orb, though. I thought for sure it would get that orb, but the last hit, not going to do enough.
Lorio threw a charged acorn at it last second. That's right, an acorn.
Oh.
All right, Surmaya, that, I don't know if any of that was worth it. He took more health than he took back from those greens at the bottom.
Well, HP pools are actually surprisingly even here. eUnited still on 75. As I say that, everything getting thrown onto Xcapu here. He has to R away, and the barrier was also used. That means there's a little bit of a lapse of cooldowns here as eUnited has no Lucy barrier.
Yeah, but again, if we can get another nasty combo, but not a lot of energy right now for eUnited. Baco trying to split things up as he goes in. He's just going to ult right out of there, smack 2 together. The Force Sanctuary is down. 4 orbs to none. This is much more reflective of what we saw in the first few rounds. Weedham boys just taking these to town right now.
Nice Forest Sanctuary, negating a lot of damage that could potentially come out on the Baco. Lorio making an adjustment after the last few rounds after Baco died to some Hand of Judgment combos. Oh! Baco bulwarking that last Hand of Judgment. Xcapu going down to his own ability.
Yep, never feels great.
Well,
did that hit the wall?
Yeah, it hit the wall. The hitbox on that ability is so massive that it hit the wall. Unfortunate.
What's funny is whenever I see that, I actually picture the hitbox to just be like one of those shipping containers. Like those ones that are on like
box.
big boats, just like a giant metal box. Just that's the hitbox of that thing.
That's the Dragon Slayer hitbox right there.
It's just a giant shipping container.
If we had a Battlerite mod like they do in Melee, where you can see the hitboxes and hurt boxes.
Oh, that'd be pretty great.
The one for the Dragon Slayer would actually just be a shipping container.
Giant shipping container. Yeah. That'd actually be pretty great. All right, so closer than I had kind of hoped eUnited go down, and I'm assuming to be a valiant effort to throw some shade out there and have a little bit of fun.
Dude, you're set on this spicy drama. You want it to
I want
be
drama.
BM.
And if I'm wrong, you show up right now in chat, and I will correct myself for eUnited. You show up in chat, and I'm like, no, we're actually trying that team comp. Which, hey, it could be. We saw some weirder things yesterday.
We saw some wacky stuff
We saw some wacky
You think
stuff.
we'll see Pound of Cheddar today?
I don't know. I think I'd expected you to bring out the Pound of Cheddar. They're who I expected to kind of maybe show us that the first time. But North America showed it. For those of you that are the uninitiated, it was Rook with his debuffs on armor, on armor break. It was Xander with his debuffs on Catalyst. and it was Varesh with his debuffs, his debuff. So it's just like everything's magnified.
All of the damage
you
amps.
you just get like 2 of those damage amps and just like M1 somebody for like 30.
Yeah,
it's super fun.
You're not even exaggerating.
Like, you're dying. You're dying.
I wonder how much Jumong M1 would do with like a Rook plus Xander.
Probably actually 25.
Probably
damage.
like 24, 25.
I think it's something up there. Something insane. All right. So we're going to be getting into map number 4 now. I assume eUnited's going to go back to the OG plan, which is to win.
I mean, they almost won that last game.
They did.
You keep making it sound like it was rough.
I do, and I'm going to, because we just saw a triple range combo with a Lucy support.
That's true.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Not even the Paloma. Generally,
even.
you see double range with Paloma, but no, with Lucy.
They weren't even going with the OG battleship comp with Varesh Paloma.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what, we're just going to stick a Lucy in it. Which, honestly, I mean, the shields were great. They were able to deal with Baku every time he came in. Even if he landed everything, he had to go through 80 shields first. Mm-hmm. So as long as they split those shields up, he had to run away before he dealt too much damage. But he still did plenty because he was able to, you know, whenever it was anyone that got caught by a rain of arrows, they had to get a barrier on them or they would just die.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it wasn't his job to do the damage. As you alluded to, the rain of arrows was the big damage dealer on that team. As you know, all 3 of those range characters pretty stable. They don't want to move around too much. It's not like a Shifu where you're running across the map, so you're not constantly getting hit by a rain of arrows. Lucy, you're just gonna sit in that sometimes.
Yeah. So the next map, I believe, if this is what I heard from the magic guy in my ear, is Mount Arazday.
Mount Arazday.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't know what that means for our picks, which we'll be getting into eventually. I'm hoping that Sermea was able to fix whatever disconnection problem that he had.
Hopefully.
I hope so. I'm hoping to see that they show up in chat and they tell me that I'm wrong, and they were totally serious, and they won 2 maps up, winning with the team comp, and then they threw it to something we've never seen before because they were that confident. That's what I want. That's what I'd love to hear. But I know gamers.
You know the BM.
I know
the potential.
I know the BM. I saw someone in chat asking, "What is BM?" I guess if you've never heard it, it stands for bad manners, which is ironically nice of a thing to say as someone that's BMing. Oh, what bad manners you have.
yeah, it's very proper.
It is surprisingly proper for what it usually refers to. So I imagine we're going to see something similar.
We're on a Raz Day now, you said?
A Raz Day.
Yeah, so we'll probably see Shifu.
We'll probably see
Shifu. It's a pretty good Shifu map. There's a lot of walls to spear too. And Sermea is really good at Shifu. He won the first game with the Shifu, of course. Sweet M Boys starting with the Lucy. Not too surprising here. Looking like the Pearl going to lead things off for eUnited.
Yep.
I can lower my shoulder. That's Ashka. Okay.
Ashka. All right. So we're going to see Ashka, Shifu, Pearl is what I'm going to guess. Maybe they're just going to save the Pearl for last to just kind of like throw a little bone, be like, you think it's going to be something different, and it's not.
Yeah, maybe. I actually hope they don't pick Pearl. I hope they pick another Lucy. I think, like I mentioned, one of the biggest flaws of eUnited as a team is that Naraga is not very versatile. Naraga is incredibly good at Pearl, the best in the world, inarguably, maybe only rivaled by someone like Mr. Hudat.
Yeah.
Even at that point, I'm not sure Hudat's better than Naraga. But I think he needs to learn to play another healer in competitive Battlerite, and he needs to show that he can be successful with it, because he's played other healers, he's played the Blossom, he's played the Lucy, but he's never reliably found success off a character or off of Pearl.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important for them moving into the later stages of this playoff bracket that they do have other options.
Weedham Boys bringing out the Varesh now, and there's the Pearl. The Pearl has been engaged and locked in. I imagine we're going to see Shifu. So eUnited going back with the team comp that they can win with, or did win with, I should say. But Lucy Varesh. Who are you looking for the melee? I mean, I'm guessing potentially a Baku.
Maybe double range.
Oh, please.
Varesh does the double range thing. Maybe we see a Jumong pick here. I think Bu's pretty...
If they pick Destiny, I'm done.
Maybe Raygon.
If they pick Destiny, I'm walking off this set right now.
They pick Destiny.
The
double BM.
If they pick Destiny, I'm walking off this set right now.
I'm gonna say Raygon here. Raygon benefits pretty heavily from both of these shields. eUnited, I think the Shifu is the most likely. We'll see.
I don't want to see. I'm actually scared. I'm actually scared. I have to stick to my word. I will get up out of this seat. I will leave, and you're going to cast this game alone.
Oh, God, okay. No, but nobody wants that carpet. The viewers don't want that. I don't want that.
No, who's kidding? I need to get paid. I'm not leaving.
Very fair.
I got to eat, man.
Yeah, food's important.
I got to eat, and I got to buy more video games.
Yeah.
Well, this one's free, so I guess that helps.
It is
I got to buy more Pro League chest, actually.
Hey, all you people watching this game for the first time, this game's free to play.
Yeah, go do it.
It's a really fun game.
The only thing that's not free is the tears of your enemies.
You tried to be poetic.
Yeah, I tried. I couldn't do it.
Too many pauses.
Raygon. Okay, you're right. It's Raygon. We're good?
Yeah.
We're good. We're not going to see a reverse BM attempt. Although if they did do it and then won with it, I would have been ecstatic.
It would have been funny.
That would have been pretty great.
Yeah, 2 for 2 though.
The BM of all BMs.
Yeah, the Shifu and the Raigon coming out makes a lot of sense. Everything lining up as it should, and eUnited back to their first comp that they won pretty dominantly with. Weedham Boys gonna have to make some adjustments if they want to win this one.
Yeah. Lucy Ashka, or sorry, not Lucy Ashka. We're gonna see the Shifu Ashka combo. We watched it execute pretty heavily, or we've seen it execute pretty heavily.
Yeah.
I really do like the combo potential. I mean, once Ashka gets his ultimate, all Shifu's job is get in cap.
Pretty much.
Get in cap, and you've just dealt 90 damage.
Get in there, force in cap, or get in cap, force barrier, force clarity potion. Just do the Shifu thing.
Yeah.
Surmi is really good at doing the Shifu thing. Very good at that character.
Varesh, Raigon, and Lucy.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I do like the double shield for the Raigon. Raigon sometimes just gets super punished for going in. We might see Excafu and Pearl kind of bop him sometimes. But having those double shields, the inhibitor's guard and the barrier, very good for their ally. Also, it's pretty good against the Shifu to have that double barrier. As Shifu wants to get in there and deal a lot of damage and be very hectic. If you have 2 ways of negating his pressure and his damage, it's much better than just having one. But against Varesh, Shifu obviously has the cleanse on his immaterial, so if Hand of Judgment ever gets caught on him, he can just press that space button or that 2 button on his keyboard.
Yep. No surprise, Varesh building inspiration. Varesh filled with energy. It's a dangerous tool.
2, 1, fight.
Call it carpet.
Nope. I'm not doing it.
Oh, you're the best. Nice parry starting off on views, reflecting that silence on the Excafu. Shifu not having an easy time either.
No, he's actually going to take a good amount of damage. He used his counter and his immaterial, so now he's got nothing left. He's just going to get a full M2 into Blood Assassin, though. Counter does get hit, only for 1. Their support has been incapacitated, and Booz is struggling right now in this Raigon. He loses the orb as well. This is not looking great for him.
Yeah, this looks very bad for Booz. He's just kind of gotten destroyed here. The Varesh ultimate going to get canceled out as well. Now the Ashka ultimate hits 2. Because he's still alive somehow. He's using that EXM1 to heal up, but he has to Heavenly Strike out. He's all but dead.
Going to twirl around. He tried to Dragon Palm the ult and Shifu away. Blood Assassin wants the ult, but also knows it's not going to find any value, as Naraga probably still has space up. Bathe in pain.
Yeah, Lucy's feeling all the pain there. Surmiya just tunneled him. And we said early on that it looked like Booz was doing well, but actually the HP pool right from the beginning went heavily in eUnited's favor, showing that back on their signature comp, they're here to play, and it's going to be hard for Weedham Boys to take this one.
Yep. Booz on Raigon really struggled that early phase in the back line together. Kind of really does need some help with his teammates. But as Surmiya does, he keeps that from happening. So we'll see if they can try and stick together. The positioning already changing. Blood Assassin trying to get a little more aggressive and to hang with the Raigon. And it's actually working. Excafu already down to half health.
Yeah, that was a really big burst very quickly onto both Naraga and Excafu. On the other side of the map, though, Surmiya is really doing well in this 1v1 against Lorio. The EX Spear coming out even, forcing all of the Lucy abilities on herself. But still, Weedham Boys on the other side just destroying this 2v2.
They are. It's up to Lorio pretty much to try and make sure that she can get this counter. Oh, Booch is going to show up, get a smack. Now she should be able to get a panic. Surmiya has nothing left, but she's going to actually save it and hold it for the moment. Oh, there's going to be some good damage, but Excafu is going to take just as much in return from Booz.
Man, I don't think Surmiya at any point in this round was off of Lorio.
Yeah, no,
Poor
he wasn't.
Lorio.
They had their own dueling match, their own 1v1 up there over on the right-hand side. And that's just something that you have to be careful when you pick a Lucy.
Yeah, it's like Lucy can live in those situations fairly long, but you're not going to win those.
No.
Surmiya, he just has that immaterial for that Panic Flask. He dodges the first one, and from that point on, he's just so far ahead in terms of the cooldown rotation. The Lorio can't do much, can't allow himself to survive that long. Surmiya's score, eating up those barriers, that damage, just really running over that poor Lucy.
I mean, I see people talking about, like, oh, let's just leave Lucy alone, and, you know, like, that it's not a great tactic. But in reality, I mean, there's almost always a point where you just say, take as little damage as possible because we're going to try and do more.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you deal with Shifu for a little bit. We're going to try and kill one of them faster than he kills you.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be in a 3v2 because then we're going to come and help you.
It did work out really well for him early on, too, but they're making a pretty big adjustment this time. The Varesh sitting back with Lorio, getting a big punish onto Surmiya to start this game off.
Naraga taking some damage. He has to push some heals and the bubbles down, so now there's not going to be a lot of protection for his teammates. Excafu just trying to deal with Raigon. Oh, but the moment the parry was down, he hits him with all 3 fire bolts.
Oh, Srmia, he's going to secure this orb for his team. Oh, but the Heavenly Strike, really nicely done by Bois on the Rygon, but I'm not sure it's enough. Varesh up top, just getting ruined, Carpet. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh, there's a double in cap. Just trying to keep him at bay. There's the Q, Blood Assassin. He gets his counter hit. He's trying to find safety. He almost has his ult. And now I think he can use it onto Shifu.
The Crush? Oh, the Crush just barely misses. Very unfortunate. Bois up top, though. Lorio and Bloods, they've been trying to punish this Shifu Carpet, and Srmia is dominating this game. They couldn't get nearly a big enough punish onto Srmia, and Bois, in the meantime, just got ruined.
They almost did. But then they didn't.
Great analysis. They almost did, but they didn't.
Yep. Hey, it's accurate.
It is a statement of fact.
Sometimes all you want to do is be right.
Srmia is really good.
Yeah.
That is the main point I have for this game. He's absolutely dominating Lorio on the backline, and even when they sit back Bloods with Lorio early on, they still just have such a hard time dealing with this Shifu.
Essentially, they need Rygon for some real peel, but Rygon has to put pressure on the backline, or else Ashka and Pearl are just going to actually poop damage.
If you sit all 3 characters on the Shifu, like there's not much you can do against the Pearl plus Ashka. They'll just do so much damage with the M2 from Xcafu, the Pearl as well, throwing out empowered silences. This time, though, Bois dealing a lot of damage to Xcafu, getting a lot of pressure out, but we're seeing a repeat of earlier on. Srmia, he was kind of left alone against Lorio, and this is not what you want if you're Wheaten Boys.
No, it's not, but here's going to be some damage action on Xcafu and Naraga. Now Blood Assassin has nothing left. They do secure an orb, though. That'll really help. Srmia's counter gets baited out. So does Blood Assassin's. The barrier's going to push Srmia away. There's the immaterial, so now they can try and pump out the damage. The panic misses. The in cap onto the support. This is not great. They're making a lot of bad moves right now. In the meantime, their Rygon is slowly melting away.
He is literally Rygon. His HP pool is Rygon. It's nowhere to be seen. He has no HP left to work with. They don't even get the orb. eUnited going to secure that second one. The Ashka ultimate coming out here. It lands on Lorio. Not getting as much damage as we would have liked.
Oh, a little bit of anti-synergy. Boos really wants to help out his Lucy. Srmia's got an ult. The Panic Flask is sitting for Lorio. He actually had to use the R just to survive. The orb gets taken. eUnited now. 2 orbs to 1.
Ooh, nice Petrify from Xcafu. The barrier also put on the Rygon. That leaves Boos without any cooldowns.
Oh, the trade, though.
He gets the cross kill, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Srmia, he's going to do incredibly well in this 2v2. Shifu very well equipped to deal with both Lucy and Varesh. And Naraga dealing with Varesh perfectly by himself. And the Jaws, the stylish finish going to come out here from Naraga onto the Varesh. Lorio all alone up top now, has nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Admin. You were trying to watch both those fights. That was a little difficult. They couldn't have been further away. eUnited take 4 rounds. They're looking to take 5 and take our first series of the day.
Yeah. I'm starting to think if you play against eUnited, you just have to have an answer for the Shifu.
Yeah.
Like, the Shifu pick's just too good. They left it for last to leave it up in the air. Srmia absolutely is the engine for this team. And if you aren't well equipped to deal with his character, he's just going to run you over.
Yeah.
3, 2,
Picking the Lucy and do it. It's going to be a little bit tough, but I guess there's not a lot of supports that are amazing against a good Shifu. Missing the Panic Flask. Forces out the material, though. Maybe they can turn to put damage onto him. The barrier's down. Srmia actually takes way more damage than he dishes out. Look at him go. The counter won't get hit. He's going to get stunned out. Gets the double debuff. He might just die right here. He's got the bubble shield, the full M2, and the Blood Assassin from Xcafu. There's the knock-up. Incapacitate. They want to try and get burst, but they just don't have it. No! The bubble! He's like, please go faster. Please go faster.
Please bubble wear out, please. Srmia, he does get the orb, though. The Ashka ultimate over the wall, going to get no value. Bit of a greedy play there from Xcafu.
A little bit instead of going to try and help out his teammate Srmia, though. That's kind of evened out, but it doesn't really matter. Ashka's going to go down. The change of targets that time really worked for Wheaten Boys. Blood Assassin actually might just die for that. Nope, the barrier's going to come down. 500 health shield. Feels that way sometimes.
Yeah, it does. A nice double in cap coming out, but red team's still going to get the orb. Not so good for the boys in blue. The counter not going to get hit. The barrier also used. Srmia has that F press, but he's gonna try to pop it.
There he goes. Nice caught in the Lucy Goo. That might be the end of days for him. Yep. Boo's going to M1 himself to victory. This is going to be another 5 minutes because Pearl's alive. Oh, hey. They knew how quickly they had to kill her. They're like, don't let her get space up, or we're going to be here for another 3 friggin' minutes.
Yeah, doing us all a favor and just ending that Pearl's life. Really nicely done, though. I mentioned how you need to have an answer for Surmia's aggression, and they really did. Early on, they punished him so hard. He got absolutely chunked down to like 30% HP right from the get-go, and from that point on, Surmia couldn't play as aggressively as he wants to. We Dem Boys kind of just won from that point on, getting the orbs.
They've got a mountain to climb. 4 rounds in a row they need. eUnited only need 1 to take the series and move forward in the European regional finals playoffs. Surmia missing a fully charged M2, hitting a counter then as well. Maybe getting a little bit too haphazard here. Orbs coming up. Rygam's already used his space. Couldn't get the knock up because he hit right into Naraga's counter.
Nice bubble shield onto the Shifu.
That was great. There's the ultimate into Booz. Booz has to use his M2 to try and get out of there. The barrier's down. He's actually doing a decent job of negating a lot of the damage that just came his way, bouncing around, getting away from the stun. He could have taken a lot more damage had he missed any of those abilities. But again, another blue orb.
Yeah, taking their second of the round. They did a great job choking out We Dem Boys from the center. And Buse, he desperately needs some of these next upcoming orbs. He needs them even worse now as he eats the Ashka ultimate. The Infernal Scourge dealing a decent amount of 2 HP damage, and now down bottom, Naraga with that Pearl ult, that Jaws. Oh, he misses the Empowered Silence, but still, that's a lot of damage out onto the Varesh.
Yeah, and a little bit early on the Q from Ashka, and it's actually going to give Red Team an orb. Lorio has an ultimate. They could potentially melt Surmia if he gets a little too confident. His counter's now been wasted, but Booz is in a bad spot. He gets in cap. The barrier's down. It helps protect him. The parry then came. Blood Assassin's got an ult. His M2's just slowly making his way. Gets his counter hit. He has to use his R. Fishy, fishy. They do secure another orb.
Yeah, really nice crush from Bloods using that 25 energy. Down on the right side, though, Lorio eats some stray firebolts from Excafu, and man, the damage output from that ability is insane.
Yeah, Blood Assassin has to ult just to survive, and he's not going to find it. The immaterial. He got pushed into a corner. He's going to die to a harpoon. Oof. Oof, indeed. It's looking like eUnited are going to be the victors here.
Yeah, Lorio hit that counter with his Panic Flask on the right side of the map, and this one's super over. Gonna play us a beat is Buse. Really jamming out to this track.
Oh, yeah.
This is a banger.
eUnited take the first series of our day. 3 maps to 1. This final map going 5-1.
Yeah.
When they bring out a team comp that they know they can win with.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
I have to.
Look at the scores, man. Surmia, he is the train. He absolutely just running over We Dem Boys in this game, showing how good he is at the Shifu. And if he keeps playing like this, man, I could see eUnited making a long run in the playoff bracket.
Yeah. The combos are great, and we talk about Pearl as a support. She really doesn't have a lot of hard CC. I mean, her best is her ultimate, which she can actually, which is interesting because it's like this also massive kind of iframe, this weird thing where you're just like, we dealt some damage, we're also going to let you sit there for a while, get some cooldowns back, and then hopefully we're going to dump more damage onto you with the combo so long as you don't have an other side or something that can help protect you. So the fact that she doesn't have a crazy amount of CC is why we always say she can be a little bit weak, because she really can't help her teammates out with a lot of peel. She can put the bubbles down, which work against some but not against all. Shifu can just space through the bubbles. Doesn't really matter to him. But I don't know. It was an interesting series, I'll say that. I won't talk about it anymore. All right, it happened. They brought out a unique new team comp, and I'm happy I got to see